Welcome to the graduate commencement ceremony of Worcester State University. Prior to the procession, please silence your cell phones for the duration of the program. So that all may enjoy the celebration of our students' achievements, we ask that no noisemakers are employed. Thank you. The procession will begin shortly. Please take your seats. Welcome to the graduate commencement ceremony of Worcester State University. Prior to the procession, please silence your cell phones for the duration of the program. So that all may enjoy the celebration of our students' achievements, we ask that no noisemakers are employed. Thank you. The procession will begin shortly. Please take your seats.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Roberta Kyle, and I am the Associate Vice President for Continuing Education and the Dean of Graduate Studies and your Master of Ceremonies for this evening. It is my pleasure to welcome our candidates and their families and all of their friends and all of our distinguished guests to the 2025 Graduate Commencement and Hooding Ceremony at Worcester State University. Please welcome Dr. Naida Saavedra, Associate Professor of Latin American and Latinx Literature, to bring greetings in Spanish.
Buenas tardes, soy la doctora Naida Saavedra, profesora del Departamento de Lenguas. En nombre de los profesores y de todo el personal, es un placer darles la bienvenida a los graduados, a sus familiares y amistades a la ceremonia de graduación y entrega de insignias 2025 en Worcester State University. Felicitaciones a la promoción más grande en la historia de Worcester State University. Un aplauso.
Thank you, Dr. Saavedra. We are gathered this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduate class of 2025 and to recognize each of you individually for your hard work by conferring your degrees and hooding you with the appropriate hood symbolizing the earning of an education specialist or master's degree. I would like to thank our class marshals, Jeremy Bullock and Anne-Marie Wall, for guiding into the gymnasium our largest graduating class in Worcester State University history. Yes. You may also notice that some of our students are wearing blue and gold cords. These students have completed their graduate degrees 100% online, and we are so happy to have them here with us in person this evening. Finally, rounding out our regalia, you will see some of our graduates are wearing the Worcester State Graduate Medallion. These medallions recognize the highest academic achievement in each degree program, and we are celebrating your academic excellence this evening. Congratulations. In general, students pursue an undergraduate degree because they are interested in a career or a field of study, and they feel ready to embark on a college education. For our graduate students, returning to school is often about finding a calling, understanding the need to go deeper into a field of study. Working in education or nonprofit or a health-related field like occupational therapy, biotechnology, speech-language pathology, or nursing, that is a calling. Our students are not just looking to fill a vacancy that they find on LinkedIn. They have a profound dedication to the work. And with all true vocations, the learning never actually ends. There is a lot of lip service to the idea of lifelong education, but what does that actually mean? It is my absolute honor to recognize this evening a student who embodies perseverance, purpose, and passion, a true inspiration to us all, and the oldest female student to earn a degree from the graduate school. At 81 years young, Eileen Montecalvo is not only defying expectations, but also redefining what it means to be a lifelong learner. After decades of dedication to the field of nursing, Eileen returned to the classroom with a remarkable goal to complete a master's degree in nursing, focusing on nursing education. She completed her bachelor's degree in nursing from UMass Boston 37 years ago. And in addition to an exemplary career as a nurse, Eileen has provided mentorship to hundreds of new nurses. While she has now retired, she made the decision to return to school to complete her master's degree. In her admissions essay, she wrote, "Years have passed, and I do wish I had received my master's degree sooner, But as I see it, better late than never. I have been a working nurse since 1979, and I still have the brain power and grit to be able to accomplish this program. Given the opportunity, I will persuade you as well. We did not need much persuasion. Today we yes. Today we recognize not just an academic achievement, but a powerful testament to the resilience, intellectual curiosity, and the unwavering belief that it is never too late to learn, grow, and lead. Moving forward, Eileen plans to continue to provide support, tutoring, and mentorship to new nursing students. Please join me in celebrating Eileen Montecalvo, a shining example of a commitment to service, education, and the nursing profession. Eileen, would you stand? And like Eileen, I celebrate all of the students here who are dedicating their lives to improving the world in so many powerful ways. So thank you all. We are pleased to have with us this evening a number of distinguished guests who will bring their greetings. Please welcome President Barry Maloney, the 11th President of Worcester State University.
Thank you, Dean Kyle, and good evening. On behalf of Worcester State University, I want to offer my greetings first to the Board of Trustees. I want to thank you for being here and for continuing to dedicate time to this university. To our student speaker, Joynette Rivera, to the Worcester State faculty and staff, to the friends and families and guests of our graduates, and to the graduates themselves, I say congratulations. This ceremony comes as we complete our 150th academic year. It is on this occasion that I'd like to share some inspiring alumni stories that have shaped and advanced the culture of Worcester State University. Stories that leave us with a Lancer legacy that we can all be proud of. For roughly 70 years after our founding as the Worcester Normal School, our sole focus was for preparing educators for the Worcester area schools. We eventually evolved into a comprehensive liberal arts and sciences college and began offering advanced degrees. Today, as you heard, our university celebrates a record number of such degrees, and I do want to thank and congratulate Dean Kyle and the entire DGCE team, as well as my distinguished faculty guests. Congratulations on all of your hard work. Now, although we have many branches now, our roots are still firmly entrenched in education. And it is safe to say that about half of you probably already are employed or will soon be employed by a school or school district. And no doubt many of our speech-language pathologists or occupational therapists and other degree earners will be in a pre-K through 12 setting in very short time. Because teaching was one of the only careers open to women for much of our history, many remarkable female leaders have proudly worn the blue and gold. Whatever your gender, all of us can learn from them, much from them. And that first graduating class, Arabella Hannah Tucker. Ms. Tucker's teaching career began in rural Massachusetts. After a decade, she returned to us as a faculty where she dedicated herself to student success, preparing them for what she called hard scrabble. Those rural one-room schoolhouses where the wood stove wouldn't quite keep the room warm enough on those cold winter nights, where limited supplies and sometimes unsanitary conditions provided challenges. Beyond her career, as a 1936 account put it, she exerted no little influence on her community. She volunteered with teaching associations. She wrote an influential book called The Trees of Worcester, and she became a political and women's rights leader. She was the first woman to ever cast a vote in Auburn in 1920. In 1925, she was elected to the school committee and was then soon elected as chairman by her fellow board members, all males. She also gave back to her institution as the first Alumni Association secretary. She established the qualities of a Lancer leader that remains to this day: courage as a trailblazer, leadership in her profession and beyond, and an ethic of service, in her case, a form of public engagement. As a member of our faculty for 29 years, Ms. Tucker no doubt also taught a notable other Lancer alum, Sarah Ella Wilson. Sarah was one of the first black women to graduate the normal school in 1894. She not only taught at the Belmont Street School for almost 50 years, where her students honored her for decades thereafter, she also became a community leader. Active in several women's groups, she also served on the Worcester Interracial Council and the NAACP, and was the president for the Home for the Aged Colored People. She helped lay the foundations for the women's and civil rights movement here in Worcester. In 1952, we began offering MEDs, and it wasn't long after that one of our other alumnus emerged with a similar story. Dr. Elaine Tataronis, a former colleague who recently sadly passed away a few weeks ago, earned her Worcester State degree in 1963 and became a reading specialist in the Worcester and Auburn schools. She earned one of our master's degrees and became a principal. In 1991, she earned her doctorate from Boston College and became a professor here at Worcester State. She rose to becoming our founding dean for our School of Education, Health, and Natural Sciences, but to her students, she was just simply Dr. T. Those career achievements were matched by a record of service. She advised Education Honor Society, she served the Principal Associations, she led the Central Massachusetts Reading Council, and served on various boards. Like Arabella Tucker, she gave back abundantly to her alma mater, establishing 2 scholarships and serving as a director on our Alumni Association board. All 3 of these women excelled professionally as caring educators. They gave back to their communities too. As leaders, they broke new ground for those who came after them. So graduates, as you continue on in life, remember these stories. In your classrooms, in your labs, in your nursing stations, in your cubicles, in your offices, in your boardrooms, please provide service. If in your lives, as in theirs, others begin to seek out your leadership, be confident that you can provide it. After all, it's part of your Lancer legacy, and that these amazing women and so many other alumni have left you with. You are forever now part of our alumni community, and we trust that you will carry that forward. Class of 2025, I give you my sincerest congratulations.
Thank you, President Maloney. Please welcome Dr. Lisa Colombo, Chair of the Worcester State University Board of Trustees.
They said I could touch the mic, so I'm touching it. I am so honored to be here to celebrate your accomplishments. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I congratulate you on your extraordinary achievement. As trustees, our job is to support and guide the leaders of Worcester State, and to do so in service to the mission and vision set forth by the administration. We not only care deeply about the experience of our students, but also want to ensure that you are given the knowledge and the tools to thrive in your chosen professions and pathways. If we've carried out our responsibilities correctly, you've had the opportunity to learn well, and your academic success has brought you here today. The advanced degree that you earned today will now position you to get where you want to be in the future. Please know that it is a privilege to have supported you in this way, and it is a joy for us to share with you in this, your special day. We also recognize that success and achievement are accomplished with the support of friends, family, extended family members, and faculty. These are the people who helped you along the way, who propped you up when you thought you couldn't do it, and who were just always there when you needed them. Please take a moment now to turn and find those people who undoubtedly are here tonight to share in the joy of your success. Make eye contact with them and give them a big thumbs up. Tonight is a time to celebrate, and amid all of this, please be sure to pause and to savor the moments and reflect on your experience and be proud of what you've accomplished. Before I conclude, I would like to introduce the other members of the Board of Trustees who are joining us here this evening. And if they would please stand to be recognized as I call their names. Maureen Power, Vice Chair. Lawrence Sasso, Vice Chair. Trustee Marina Taylor. Trustee Darnell Dunn. Trustee Kyram Poe Jr., your student trustee. Trustee Dina Nichols. And Trustee Amy Peterson. Again, please accept my hearty congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Colombo. And now please welcome Dr. Lois Wims, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good evening, and again, welcome to the graduate commencement for the class of 2025. On behalf of the tremendous faculty, staff, and leadership of Academic Affairs, allow me to emphasize how very happy we are to be with you and to celebrate your many accomplishments. And now I have a question for the class. Tell the truth. Over the last 2 years, give or take, were there times that you didn't think you'd get here? All right, I'm seeing some enthusiastic nods. That the obstacles and the uncertainty of the world around us made you doubt your own tenacity. So think for a minute now that you accomplished and completed master's degrees and ed specialist programs as a testament to your commitment, your hope for the future, your belief to make a difference in education, healthcare, sciences, and the humanities. We know that there were many, many hours of juggling work, family, schedules, interruptions in routines, technological glitches, and downright exhaustion, and you made it. We're just so very proud of you tonight, and always we will be, as you bring forth your Lancer spirit, your acquired knowledge, skills, and abilities, and we know that you will succeed. But please do not forget us. Always remember to pay it forward and commit to mentoring others to find their path. Congratulations.
Please welcome Dr. Michelle Corbin, President of the Worcester State MSCA, representing the Worcester State University librarians and faculty. Dr. Corbin.
Good evening. Today is a day of celebration as we consider all the work of our graduate students, their families and friends, and our campus community. In highlighting our students' achievements, as president of the Worcester State chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association, I would like to take a moment to recognize the work of the full-time and part-time faculty and librarians at the university. They have worked incredibly hard alongside our students in extraordinary times, using extraordinary measures on the way to this stage. Please join me in applauding them. We look forward to all the things that you're going to do, and we're proud of the work you've done. On behalf of the faculty and librarians here, sincerest congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Corbin. Please welcome Mr. Dana Perry, President of the Alumni Association's Advisory Board.
Good evening, graduates and guests. My name is Dana Perry, and I am a member of the class of 2016 and president of the Worcester State Alumni Association's Advisory Board. I am honored to have this opportunity to personally congratulate you on your outstanding achievement. Completing a graduate degree Very shortly, your degree will be ready to hang proudly, whether in your home or in your office. Whether you choose to show it off, it is no ordinary achievement. Your pursuit of excellence at Worcester State is truly commendable. You have given it your all, and many of your guests in this room have witnessed your devotion and hard work, which has led to today's success. And I have no doubt that your success shall multiply and divide in the days and years ahead. Since graduating in 2016, I have maintained friendships with many fellow alumni. From time to time, we get together and discuss how meaningful our time at Worcester State and experience is to us, how we directly link this to our continued pursuit of our dreams, fulfilling jobs, steady climbs up the career ladder, more graduate school. Collectively, we all agree that this was all possible because Worcester State afforded us the opportunity to grow intellectually and to succeed professionally and personally. It is my sincere hope that you will join me in the ever-growing list of proud and accomplished alumni who have stayed connected with their great alma mater. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of our family, the Worcester State University family. On behalf of the Alumni Association's Advisory Board, please accept my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes in your bountiful lives.
Our stage simply isn't large enough to hold all of the individuals who have played a part in making this evening a reality for our students. Our graduate program coordinators are the heart of our graduate school. These dedicated faculty members make admissions decisions, assist with program development, advise our students, work on course schedules, and most importantly, serve as mentors to our students. You'll be introduced to each of them this evening as they take the stage to hood their students, but we would like to take a moment to ask them to stand as a group and be recognized. Please stand. In my role as the Dean of Graduate Studies, I have the distinct pleasure of meeting some truly extraordinary students, motivated people who pursue their goals with a laser focus, community activists returning to school to create the changes they hope to see in the world, students who've lived experiences shape what they want to learn and how they want to transfer that learning into careers, often careers of service. Our speaker this year, Julianette Rivera, is one of those truly extraordinary students. From her early days at Monty Tech, where she excelled in both her academics and her extracurricular activities, to her undergraduate successes as a communication sciences and disorders student, to her exceptional work in the speech-language pathology master's program, Julianette has made the most of every opportunity presented to her. She chose to add 2 minors to her undergraduate degree, Spanish and psychology, served as a research assistant, presented at research conferences, receiving the Worcester State University Library Award for her excellence in research, and created and completed independent research in areas of interest. Her enthusiasm for the field made her the perfect candidate to assist in welcoming new students to the department and contributing her voice in the program's academic review process. In higher education, our main mission is to create the opportunity for students to learn. Our hope is to help students find the sparks that live within them and help them to identify their why, provide them with the skills to realize their goals, and to guide them forward. Julianette shares the story of her grandfather, who suffered a stroke and other health issues that greatly affected his ability to communicate. She wrote, "I remember looking into his eyes and seeing how painful it was for him not to be able to communicate. Viewing him in a different light allowed me to empathize with those who were in the same situation. In witnessing the positive impact speech and language therapy had for her grandfather, she knew that there was a place for her in the field. At the root of much of her research is the importance of hearing healthcare in conjunction with speech-language pathology. We are very proud of all that Julianette has accomplished and are excited to see the many ways she will impact the field and the lives of her clients. Julianette is an inspirational example of bringing together passion and purpose. We are thrilled to have her as our keynote speaker this evening. Please join me in welcoming Julianette to the podium.
Let me fix this. Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank the graduate committee and the faculty in my program who have chosen for me to speak here today. It is an honor to be the keynote student speaker of tonight. This evening, we celebrate a tremendous accomplishment. However, there is no such accomplishment without a journey to tell. A journey filled with early mornings, late nights, long drives, missed family events, and a lot of sacrifices that many will never see, nor will they understand. We sit beside our classmates who share our unique experiences and who have become lifelong friends. We are surrounded by our professors, our supervisors, our families, our friends, and our significant others who have lifted us and who have believed in us. Today, I congratulate you all for your hard work, dedication, and determination to pursue your goals and dreams. We did it. Lo hicimos. When I think about my journey, I think about two important figures, which are my mother and my grandmother. The people who loved me unconditionally and raised me to be the woman I am today. And without them, I would not be standing here. And we all have our people to thank. My grandfather used to tell my mother and I, "Mamita, you're that 1%. And at first, I thought, well, you know, my grandfather's just a proud Hispanic man who wants to instill pride in our knowledge. That knowledge is key and knowledge is power. But there is more to his words, and now I understand the true meaning of those words. My mother faced a multitude of adversities as a young Latina and a teen mom. She faced discrimination and discouragement, and she worked tirelessly to provide her children with opportunity and a life without worry. She persevered and obtained a bachelor's degree from here, Worcester State University, and then she continued to obtain not only one, but two master's degrees in education, and you probably wouldn't guess it, speech-language pathology. Growing up, I watched her defy every odd placed against her. I saw her turn obstacles into stepping stones. I saw her ambition, her strength, and the hope in her eyes for her children. Today, standing here, I carry her resilience within me. I am her dream fulfilled, and I am her legacy continued. I am that 1%. As a proud Latina, this moment carries even deeper meaning. In the field of speech-language pathology, only 7% of professionals identify as Hispanic or Latino, Latina, Latinx, meaning my representation here tonight matters. My words imprint those listening, and my actions inspire the future. I can guarantee that no one's journey looks the same, but we all worked extremely hard to get here. Traveling back and forth to school and placements, choosing textbooks over social gatherings, and choosing to stay home when our friends went out because we were chasing our future and a new beginning. Some of us fought silent battles with financial strains, family responsibilities, and self-doubt. Has anyone here heard of imposter syndrome? Yeah, I see hands. If you haven't by now in graduate school, it is essentially questioning your ability even though you are capable. And would you believe me, as your selected keynote speaker, that I face this every day? Every assignment, every essay, every clinical assignment. I had my boyfriend building me up every day. I had me and my best friend providing love and words of encouragement, building each other up. And I had my family by my side cheering me on. But in this moment, I realized that perfection is unattainable and unachievable. Being human, making mistakes, learning from experiences, and growing is. That is what I want to teach to the next generations and to my future patients and students. We have earned every moment of this celebration. Now we carry the responsibility and the opportunity to use our skills to make a difference, whether it's one life at a time or whether we impact entire communities. Every effort matters, and it is important to the people we serve. I'm reminded of Lauren C. Isley's story of the starfish. A young girl was walking along a beach upon which thousands of starfish had been washed up during a terrible storm. When she came to each starfish, she would pick it up and throw it back in the ocean, and people watched her with amusement. She had been doing this for some time when a man approached her and said, "Little girl, why are you doing this? Look at this beach. You can't save all of these starfish. You can't begin to make a difference." The girl seemed crushed, suddenly deflated. But after a few moments, she bent down. She picked up another starfish and she hurled it as far as she could back into the ocean. Then she looked up and she replied, "Well, I made a difference for that one." Every voice we empower, every barrier we help remove, will ripple outward into the world. Our work here will not end. It is just the beginning. I am incredibly proud of every single person sitting here tonight. We have faced challenges and we have proven our resilience, and we have crossed this finish line together. Saludos a los latinos aquí y a mis boricuas. ¡Epa! Deben de estar orgullosos de sus logros y seguir adelante siempre. Ser o no ser, nosotros sí somos. Now it's time to celebrate, to honor this moment, this hard work, this victory. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Suspense is killing you, isn't it? Oh, come on. We will now proceed with the conferring of degrees and the hooding of our graduate candidates. Degrees will be conferred by Dr. Lisa Colombo, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Chair Colombo, will you please come forward? Will all of the candidates for education specialist and master's degrees please rise, if able, and remain in place?
By the authority of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, vested in the Board of Higher Education, and by it delegated to the Board of Trustees, the President, and the faculty of this university, I have the honor to present to you, President Maloney, the candidates for education specialist and master's degrees.
Now you may be seated. We like to keep you moving. Degrees will be presented by Chair Colombo and President Maloney. Will Dr. Linda Larrabee, Dean of the School of Science, Technology, and Health, please come forward to announce graduates from the School of Science, Technology, and Health? Dr. Larrabee.
Will Dr. Sarah DeMeo please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the Masters of Occupational Therapy please come forward? Jessela Anderson. Anna Catherine Wren. Brooke Carey. Kelly Crescenda. Kerry Barham. Catherine Yergin. Jessica Potenza. Ariella Mano. Catalina Uello Hilt. Courtney Marie Barreto. Jake T. Barry. Anna Victoria Loud. Alexa Ricker. Juliana Achitora. Delaney Crowell. Kayla Robeson. Jasmine Reese. Jessica Susan Megan. Danielle Jacqueline Levin. Raina Gogan. Maura Jane Clark. Sophia Ouimet. Kelly Kathleen McKenna. Tegan Quill. Amanda Cheers. Kathleen Flanagan. Jordan Houston. Catherine Renee Holmes. Emily Lynn DePiro. Willow Sage Normandin. Emily LaVenture. Caitlin Alves. Michaela Wilcox. Julie Braga. Thank you, Dr. DeMeo. Will Dr. Samantha Scripture please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in speech language pathology please come forward? Jennifer Lynn Saborin, our graduate medallion recipient. Emma Kramados, a graduate recipient, medallion recipient. Christina Monahan. Julia Trudeau. Kaylee Ann Sherburne. Valeria Chantel Sanchez. Jessica Goslin. Sarah Koto. Sydney Alexis D'Amato. Jane Channon. Jenna Bianca. Kayla Elaine Drinkwater. Mary Carolyn Seagraves. Michelle Sylvester. Jenna Rafael. Deirdre Lynn Fleming. Lauren Ann Faulkner. Megan Toohey. Gabriella A. LeMay. Elise Marie LeVay. Chloe Victoria Toomey. Jennifer Stone. Michelle Leckie. Tara Shippos. Amanda Chula. Emily Miller DuPont. Juliette Rivera. Margaret Marsh. Ryan Costa. Sabrina Lomax. Morgan Marie Mayo. Samantha Victoria Dircole. Thank you, Dr. Scripture. Will Dr. Kayla Alangina please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in nursing please come forward? Laura Lee Gavoni, our graduate medallion recipient. Lisa Ann Ryan, graduate medallion recipient. Nicole Marie O'Brien. Amy Yevchuk. Haley Bernier. Christopher Gwynn. Morgan Marie Bigelow. Abby Flaherty. Laura Elaine Catanzano. Shamika Jones. Jennifer Rose Erickson. Eileen Montecalvo. Sorry, Candace. Candace Schaffos. Wait. Mary Blessing Nodim. Jody Ann Pomerantz. Jacqueline Vanessa Merlos. Tracy Ann Barton. Amanda Sevinch. Edna Brissell Luna. Kay Robinson Paul. Deborah Foster Mayo. Alexandra Dormel, Graduate Medallion recipient. Alyssa Socha. Sherry Latteroot. Megan Etchings. Christy Valancourt. Patricia Sarsfield Emmons. Alana Ralston. Michaela Grace Sweeney. Samantha Shurick. Lauren Alexis Steiner. Emmanuel Ojesitin. Arlen B. De Lima. Thank you, Dr. Alangina. Will Dr. Jennifer Hood de Grenier please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in biotechnology please come forward? Jeremy Bullock. Brian Quang Tran. Anna Kate Kinnear, Graduate Medallion recipient. Sandra Hanna. Thank you, Dr. Hood de Grenier.
Thank you, Dr. Larrabee. Will Dr. Russ Pottle, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, please come forward to announce the graduates?
Thank you, Dr. Kyle. Will Dr. Elizabeth Bidinger please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in English please come forward? Medallion recipient Kelly Ann Shea. Claire Duke Schaefer Kelly. Thank you, Dr. Bidinger. Will Dr. Josh Koenig please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in history please come forward? Medallion recipient Amy Angel. Thank you, Dr. Koenig. Will Dr. Naida Saavedra please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in Spanish please come forward? Medallion recipient Martin Silva. Imana Pulania Santiago. Monica Alejandra Clune. Juan C. Martinez Caraballo. Thank you, Dr. Saavedra. Will Dr. Abir Pukatwa please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in management please come forward? Medallion recipient Yara Al-Shama. Joanna Marie Cavallero, medallion recipient. Aya Abdullah. Emma P. Davis. Erin Gaffney. Sarah Ann Garabedian. Tyler O. McCool. Ajita Marashuman. Alexander Apitu. Christian D. Rivera. Samuel Davies. Thank you, Dr. Vakatwa. Will Dr. Adam Salzman please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in nonprofit management please come forward? Medallion recipient Ashim Upredi. Shelby Rue Rio. Will the candidates for the master's degree in public administration please come forward? Medallion recipient Daniel Cahill. Marian Makati. Morgan Belanger. Darin Sangakalo. Dennis R. Goring. Thank you, Dr. Saltzman.
Thank you, Dean Pottle. Will Dr. Reynold Lewis, Dean of Education, Liberal, and Interdisciplinary Studies, please come forward to announce the graduates? So don't call Steve Mills and don't call Sarah Young back.
Will Dr. Carol Donnelly please join us on stage? Medallion recipient, Zoe Craner. Isabella Johnson. Michaela Ann Florio. Destiny Keo. Irene Dose. Ludmila Rando. Abigail Santos. Brittany Garber. Rebecca Gardner. Anne-Marie Tickles. Jennifer Freeland. Amanda Bonilla. Stephanie Talley Tuckett. Michaela Pinkham. Denise Caron. Alicia N. Blair. Rebecca Londono. Dalia Mansour, medallion recipient. Christina Lopez. Deborah Reguero Silver. Karen Elizabeth Wilder. Heather L. Kluder. Caitlin Elizabeth Tita. Sana Asaban. Elizabeth Rogers Wright. Melanie Robinson. Camila Harasim. Courtney Jean Doyle. Alicia Gonzalez. Anne-Marie Morales. Thank you, Dr. Donnelly. Will Dr. Christina Canoe please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in elementary education please come forward? Medallion recipient, Jessica Murphy. Emily Pearl Sharon. Quinlan Hunt. Stephanie Marie Lally. Kaylee Lapriori. Callie Kamon. Abigail Walsh. James McQuaid. Julia Marple. Michaela Sullivan. Elizabeth Heller. Megan Rose Heath. Henley Shipley. Thank you, Dr. Canoe. Will Dr. Sarah Young please join us on stage? And will the candidates for the master's degree in education please come forward? Medallion recipient, Lorita Memino. Aurora Saliku Maniga. Sal Yu Will the candidates for the master's degree in middle school education please come forward? Medallion recipient, Samantha Marie DeTore. Dawn DeSavage. Kristen J. Slate. Megan Jean Joyce Duncan. Will the candidates for the master's degree in secondary education please come forward? Jakira Bell. Caitlin Ann Bird. Andrea Pickersgill. Crystal May O'Clair. Sit down. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Young. Will Dr. Heidi Wolshak join us on stage? Medallion recipient, Brianna Hogan. Medallion recipient, Jordan Lyons. Thank you, Dr. Wolshak. Will Dr. Sue Fu please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in moderate disabilities please come forward? Medallion recipient, Ollie Fogwell. Marjorie Silvestrini. Eleni Barakulis. Darren L. Richard. Victoria Piscaro. Caroline Constant Grady. Sadia Tariq. Stacy Robles. Olivia Brindisi. Danielle Gutierrez. Denise Marie Mulligan. Rachel Smith. Mary Tricon. Danielle Armiger. Tanya LeBlanc. Colleen McInnesby. Emily Carroll. Jillian June Vandal. Alyssa Martin. Bridget Casey Conceição. Michaela Alicia Krantz. Kaylin Hebert. Kellyanne D. Oliveira. Dupree. Megan Dupree. Emily Verzi. Laura Hebert. Lemis Melendez. Rachel George. Eva Ellen Ricciardi. Nicole Marie Lange. Robert Hanna. Will the candidates for the master's degree in English as a second language please come forward? Medallion recipient, Libby Perez Moore. Lynn Johnston. Alyssa Gregg. Ichi Wang. Daisy Potterf. Adam Mochinsky. Thank you, Dr. Fu. Will Professor Cheryl Designori please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the master's degree in educational leadership and administration please come forward? Medallion recipient, Heather Lloyd. Kayla Harris. Serena Lepin. Megan Scully. Lisa Candice Kearns. Leslie A. Gerton. William John McKenzie. John Franz Steiner. Daniel Alfaro. Thank you, Professor Designori. Will Dr. Christine Camacho please join us on stage? Will the candidates for the Master of Education and Education Specialists in School Psychology please come forward? Medallion recipient, Aliyah Zubi. Anne Marie Wall. Julia Richards. Madeline Morehouse. Kimberly Mann. Friedlander. Carter Friedlander. Michaela Holloran. Medallion recipient Jessica Lynn Palmero. Rebecca Ann Walker. Lani Corbett. Aaron Jacob Lee. Thank you, Dr. Camacho.
How about a final round of applause for all of our students? I would like to thank all of our graduates and their families and invite all of you to a reception that was to be outside, but we thought better. So the reception will now be upstairs in the multi-purpose gym, so you can go up the bleachers and out, or you can go into the hallway for stairways and an elevator. The reception is co-sponsored by the Alumni Association and the Graduate School, and there's lots of goodies up there. I would like to thank our graduate school staff, conferences and events, and all of our volunteers for putting all the hard work into making this a special evening. Take a moment, yes. For our graduates, this was a long time coming. We want you to take a moment this evening. When you go to bed tonight, close your eyes and think about the moments today. Think about how proud we are of you and how proud your families are of you. And we wish you all the best as you move forward into the world. At this time, I'd ask everyone to rise and remain in place until our faculty, staff, and graduates have recessed from the auditorium. Thank you.
Thank you.